Hey guys. Hey Libras Roll, how are you? Gonna go ahead and wait to see how many people come in. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Libra. Yeah, I've been kind of having trouble with trying to go live this past week, or else I would have been going live almost every single day. Hi, Lisa Michelle. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Kind of been one of those kind of have to go with the flow type of days. But yeah, everything seemed to have turned out okay. Awesome. Hi, Mama Liam. It's good to see you. How are you doing tonight? Hi, Jen. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Just gonna wait a little bit, a couple more minutes, and then I'll get into wing talk. Hello, Mark Miller. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm doing better than I have been this last week. I'm sorry to hear that, Libra. Um, I know I hate when I get that achy feeling, that gut feeling like I'm getting sick from something. And then within a couple of days, I usually get it full blown. In a way, I'm kind of glad that I don't really interact with a whole lot of people, like going to the store and whatnot. Um, because this is the time of the year where everybody's contagious, everybody gets sick, and it's really easy. Hi, Lady Swan. It is good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hey, Valerie. How are y'all doing tonight? Well, I guess I could go ahead and get started. Um, well, as far as updates are concerned, the reason why I haven't been going live this last week is because my internet, which I have DSL, it's ancient, I know, um, has been messing up on me for a little over a week. And I did try to go live a couple days ago, I think, and the DSL dropped, and I could not get back into StreamYards. I actually had Haunted Trucking, which I'm very thankful for, contact me and be like, "Do you want me to shut it down?" And I was like, "Yeah, just shut it down because I can't do nothing." And even with my phone, some people say you can use it through your phone as a desktop to host any streams. Well, I learned with the iPhone you cannot do that. I tried every which way to get in there and I couldn't. So poor Honda Trucking had to do it for me. And I'm very grateful and thankful that he done that. Um, and because of that, that's one of the reasons why I kind of strayed away from trying to do live streams right now until I knew that the internet would hold up. Hi, Melanie. It's good to see you. Oh, Lord, Lady Swan. I know when I was working, I hated working on the weekends, especially the weekend after Thanksgiving. Good grief. Hi, Pam. Sam, it's good to see you. Um, so I done that, had to deal with all that. Finally, it's the last couple of days, it's the internet's been doing good. It's working out just fine. And I was just waiting to make sure there wasn't no catch in the system to where it would make me go down and not be able to get back up here. Tonight I am late on doing this live stream because I was trying to go through regular YouTube straight from YouTube and it would not allow me to. I have to have some encoding software, which would take me forever to try to download. So I said, well, I'll just go through StreamYards. Now, for those that don't know, StreamYards has gotten where they're limiting the free plan on here to about 20 hours per month. So I am going to have to be kind of more careful about using StreamYards so I don't hit that limit and then be kind of SOL. So I'm having to find something different to use on the computer to do my live streams. Things like Wing Talk, what I'm doing now, which is more of a show rather than a hangout type of deal. To do live streams on my own rather than have the option for panel. This is a lot easier for me to use, but because I now having to go through YouTube, I'm going to have to find the encoding software that will work with YouTube to do that rather than doing StreamYards because I would rather do this than to try to fight with my computer to upload videos. Now I have done a couple uploads off of my phone, which have worked out pretty well. So I'm probably going to start editing and doing videos off of my phone rather than doing them on my computer because my computer is being slow as all get out. Hello, Missy Brashes. Good to see you. A Camfire. That's something to look into. So, yeah, I'm definitely trying to find a decent encoding software. I have been using Streamlabs. But for some reason, it had to date itself, and it was taking forever, and halfway through it would say that there was some kind of hang up in the download system. So, and this may be one of the few times I do use StreamYards um, for live streaming for the time being until I figure out kind of a schedule to allot myself for 20 hours per month, and that's going to be kind of hard. But there's that. And I got a special day coming up. It'll be on Wednesday. I did have some plans. Not sure if it's gonna come of anything. But if not, I'm gonna do a stream on Wednesday in the evening, unless somebody else decides to go live. Um, I do not want to step on anybody's toes. Um, and Mama Liam, you have to pay for Zoom before you can actually use Zoom. They don't have it like StreamYards where you can have a free plan on it. Me personally, if I didn't have to pay, because I don't have income, so I have to figure out what I can do without having to pay for it right now. It's just something that I'm having to do. Everything has to be for free for the time being, anyway. Um, and Christmas is coming up. I know that everybody's kind of just got finished with Thanksgiving. Christmas is a little under a month away. So I know a lot of people are excited. I think I'm more excited about trying to figure out what to do or what to make for people rather than trying to get something from somebody else. I'm just that way. I'd rather give than receive. And I also think about family around this time. I know it gets kind of hard um, around holidays when family members you miss and all that good stuff. And it's just one of those months. It's going to be, for me, it's going to be really cold, and it's going to be kind of one of those I have mixed emotions about December. But I'm kind of thankful and grateful about around the holidays. I've always been that way. I usually try to look out more for others than I do myself. And I know I'm very creative, so I do try to make things for people um, around the holidays for Christmas. I do plan on doing more. I do plan on doing more streams if I can get the right encoder. Um, I do plan on doing some hangout panel type streams. Um, and if everything is going the way I'm thinking it could go, I do have quite a bit of footage from some of my little traveling exploration type videos. So I will be trying to edit and upload those as I can. And Filmora, man, I can't get that thing to work for nothing. I try to be very patient with it, but it's getting to the point where I'm like, I gotta do something else. This is getting aggravating. But then here comes the kicker. The second part of my wing talk is determination. Hi Eddie, how are you doing? Um, for me, just because there are times that I usually give up on certain things. I feel like it's not worth it, but then I turn around and um, I do it anyway, or I do it in a different way than most people expect. And that is because I'm determined in my mind not to try to let things get me down until I've exhausted every single avenue I can. I'm doing well, Eddie. I really am. Um, Sometimes, even while you're determined, there are things that are going to come up that tend to put a kink in your plans. And this is where I get upset sometimes. I usually, or I had been, a type of person that goes with the flow. Um, Whatever happens is going to happen anyway, and just be ready to uh, work around that. And there's a lot of times I'm very impatient too. Um, I usually, things. I know things take time. I understand that, and for people that are frustrated, hi Irish. um, for people that tend to feel like they have to give up on something that they're wanting to do or their dream, have that determination that maybe it's not the right time right now. You might want to put it on the back burner for a little bit, but be determined to put yourself in a back into that situation where I'm going to do this no matter what. I know most of my life I have had the determination to not necessarily show people, but like show people up or anything, but it's more like when people put you down, people tell you you cannot do this. To me, that's open the door for a challenge. Um, there's been a lot of times people are like, um, you can't do merch, you can't work on this, that, and the other. But pretty much, I've told them, by God, I'm going to do it one way or another, and it within a certain amount of time, I'm like, here you go, and they're like shocked. I try my best not to let my situation here at the house with my internet, my computer, things being slow, get me down. I do think, well, what, instead of thinking, this is the end of my YouTube career because my internet, my computer don't want to work, I'm thinking, well, what's the next best thing I can do? What's the best next thing that I could work on to help me rather than let things die off? And so I use my phone. I use what I can when I can. I may disappear for a little bit, but that doesn't mean that I'm down and out. It just means that I'm taking a break to rethink how I'm doing things before it gets to the point where I feel like I need to quit. And being determined to do something doesn't mean that you're quitting. It just means you're taking another look at the same problem that you're having that could be negative, and trying to focus on how you can get the best outcome out of that situation and work towards that. And if there's a kink in the road, take a second to look at it, and then turn right around and go back at it with the new plan. And I know a lot of people interchange being determined with being stubborn. Sometimes being stubborn actually helps, and sometimes it does not. I know that from experience, and I've seen other people do the same. Um, but yeah, I'm starting to see, because of these new rules that that are happening with YouTube and uh all that, and the thing is, people don't understand YouTube having these new rules, having to comply with what is it called? COPPA? Hi, Miss Canadian Scrapper, and thank you, Eddie. The COPPA rules, people don't understand. It's not just um right now. Yeah, it's gonna be just YouTube dealing with it, but it's gonna eventually hit all the platforms, the video live streaming platforms. And a lot of people say, well, I want to give up on this because I don't see another way to work my channel. And if they've been here a long time, they feel like it might be the necessary move just to stop it altogether. But and I feel bad about it, because if they've been here such a long time and they've worked to get where they're at, all the work that they put into it is gone once they leave. And for me, I don't think that all that hard work should be left to the wayside like it's nothing, because it is something. I think everybody who takes the time and effort to put into their channel should be able to have some kind of what I call fighting chance. Yes, learn, learn what the rules are and try to follow them the best that you can. But don't give up. Be determined. And with somebody who's like me, I've got, I'm kind of like stuck. And right now, I don't have a job. Right now, I don't have a way to go get a job right at this very moment. But I'm determined, once I get a way, transportation to go looking for a job, you're not going to see me much, because that's all I'm going to be doing is going looking for a job. That's what, it's just taking the time and being determined to take the opportunities rather than sit back and give up. And giving up sometimes may be the best thing to do, but that, to me, giving up is the last resort. That's after everything that you've tried has been exhausted. Every single opportunity, every single avenue, if none of that works out and you're left with that only choice to give up on your situation, on what you're doing as like YouTube and whatnot, then yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for giving up. And sometimes determination, it takes years to get to where you want to be at your goal, to your end goal. And a lot of times being patient is the key in that as well. And the way I look at it, just don't give up. No matter what is going on with you, no matter what your situation that you're going through and you feel like you've hit a brick wall, that you don't see any other options, please don't give up. And be determined, look at every opportunity that can help your situation and try to take those avenues before you decide to give up. And it makes me real sad that there's quite a few people that are YouTubers, YouTube creators, that are planning on giving up because of this new policy, this new law that's coming into effect. And Susan Freeman, you are right. She says you are a strong woman with much to be proud of. For every door that shuts, there's three more that opens. And I believe in that. I believe that if one door shuts, there's going to be more avenues open for you. And as far that's why I say never give up, because there's a lot more ways to go about a situation and get a result that you're wanting than there is just giving up. And you won't be able to find out if you give up as that easy if something happens. With the way my computer does, I still am determined to do live streams. I'm determined to put out videos because I love doing videos. But with everything going on with my internet and stuff, I might not be able to do it right then when I want to. But just know I do try. I know, and I wanted to do this one when I knew that the internet would be safe and it would not end up cutting out like the last time. The last time I was so upset. I was like, this thing is going to keep going forever until somebody gets a chance to stop it. And it took, by the time, whenever I ended up dropping and I couldn't get back in, it took about 6 to 8 hours before I got actually internet back from that. And that's just the way my internet's working. A lot of times, reason why I'm up and about at night, more so during the day, is the internet has, for me, has gotten to where it's fine on certain time periods, but in the middle of the night, it works almost perfectly. So when I want to do streams, when I want to do work on videos and upload them, I have to take that time at night to do it rather than do it during the day. And I share this computer, so I've got 2 other people I have to answer to when I'm trying to do something during the day. So that's one of the main reasons why it gets kind of hectic. You'll see people running back and forth behind me, and it's because of that. Hi, Dream Walking Angel. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good night. Susan Freeman. Susan, I actually use AT&T, and it's a DSL internet, which is actually getting phased out from what I understand. Sometime within this next year, DSL will no longer be working. Hi, what's up, and fam? I'm actually doing good. I'm doing a lot better than I have been. And I figured, why not do a live stream? I'm glad that you were able to catch me live. What's up? But I'm so thankful for everybody that is coming in. Yeah, when it comes to being determined, also one of the biggest things that I forgot to mention was know when to pick your battles. Learn to figure out when the best timing is to be determined on something. Know your limits, but also understand that there's always more than one way to get where you're wanting to go. And as far as being determined, determination can be used for anything. Proving yourself at work, making sure that you work as hard as you can so you can maybe get that promotion that you've wanted. Uh, Working hard at YouTube, and with all the little technical difficulties that you get with YouTube, that you just have to learn, take it in stride, and maybe find another avenue the next time. Just like with me on live streaming tonight, I was determined to go live, yet I couldn't go live straight from YouTube. I had to go around and do another thing like StreamYard to be able to go live for you guys. And I've always been one that has always kept in mind all the different, as many avenues as I can think of for a specific situation, whether it be a bad situation or a good situation. I know for myself, I don't like being kind of like put on a spot. I don't like being in a situation where I don't know which way to go. I get lost. But when I get lost, I've learned to sit back and really think about things before I make the next move towards that situation, the end goal that I want for that situation. And it could be anything, like I said before. And I mean, that's about it for determination. And it's midnight here. But I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. As far as updates, I will do my best to work on um that is true, Susan. Positive thinking will lead to positive results. A lot of times people tend to look at the positive and not keep in mind that there could be negative results to the situation. But yeah, thinking positive will help in any kind of situation, even the hard ones. Always try your best to think positive. You know, what's up, fam? Says I do. The older I get, and still learning every day. Yeah, I think it's human nature that we keep learning, um, whether it be just different ideas or just different scenarios of throughout life. I think we really do have a tendency to be in our nature to get the opportunity to learn things. Hi, Dana Marie. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Um, I do want to say a few things. Um, Kind of also a little bit with my updates. Me and Haunted Trucking do have a merch store together. It's called Fallen Ghost Dog merch. And we do have a 25% off for not only my birthday, which is coming up, it's also for Haunted Trucking because our birthdays are so close together. We done a promotion that you could get 25% off merch. So, guys, if you want to, it should be in the description below. Click on that link, check it out, see if you like anything. And I'm always adding different things, newer things into the store every day. So if you guys are interested, want to buy merch, check them out. Some upcoming things that I am going to do. I am planning on doing something for the month of December, kind of a um and thank you, what's up, and fam. I appreciate that. Um I'm not always a positive person, but I do try my best. I do try. And I want to be able to help people and uplift them. And even if I talk about my bad situations, I want it to help somebody else. If nothing else, at least understand that they're not alone on how they feel. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the month of December. Um, I know I done what I'm thankful um, for the month of November. Technically, here it's December, but I am going to wrap up the what I am thankful for little segment in saying I'm thankful for those who are like first responders, policemen, um, people that have to deal with fires, the firemen, the EMS technicians, all of them. Because if they were never not there for everybody, there would be a lot more people. I know, their lives wouldn't be saved, and there wouldn't be uh, a way to help people. Oh, that's cute. Hi, Tony. Tell him I said hi to him. And I do appreciate, in my family, we do have quite a few cousins. I've had uncles who were first responders, who were part of the fire department, volunteer fire department. Um, I do have a cousin that is a retired police officer. He also worked for, I think, the game warden. I don't know if it was game warden or the recreational area in Lake Lure. He was also a dare officer, which was kind of funny because he would come whenever he would come in while I was in classes. Me and him would tease each other, and I was like, everybody's like, "Who is that?" And I said, "That's my cousin." Oh, really? Cool. You know, um, but yeah, a lot of people in my family are part of the first responders and um, firemen, police, and whatnot, and it's good to have them because without them, there would be a lot more crime because it's almost like anybody can do whatever they want to, and a lot more people lose lives. And with the first responders, there's a lot more lives saved. And I do want to say I'm also thankful um for best friends, for people that no matter how bad you're feeling or how grouchy you get, they're still sticking around. Heck, I'm like that with Honda Trucking. Honda Trucking is one of my best friends, okay? And he still sticks around. He understands, and he does still talk to me and whatnot, even though we have our little spats. I'm very thankful for best friends. I'm thankful for um, the ability to adapt to. Not everybody can do this, but the ability to adapt to different situations. And sometimes it's really, really hard to do that. I know it can be, but being able to adapt and change based on the situations that happen, um, that a lot some people can't do that, but there are a few people that can, and I feel like I can be one of them. I do a lot of times get impatient with things, but in the long run, I do my best to be patient. And Jen, I mean, Jen in here, she's one of my best friends too. I get so aggravated sometimes. Um, just situations that happen. And Jen, a lot of times, or Honda Trucker will sit down and remind me to think about it, think about what's going on, and just chill out for just a minute, meditate, especially if it's something that's got me upset. And I do get upset a lot. I get frustrated. Some of it is just because I don't have the ability to get out, but for the most part, I do what I can to take it in stride. But that's just kind of me. I'm very thankful also for being able to remember, have the good memories. A lot of times I wish I could just take the bad memories and just erase them and act like it's never happened. Because I do have bad memories, but the good memories I'm really thankful for. The situations sometimes we go through in life kind of make it hard to move forward and progress rather than going backwards. And with memories, a lot of times, like there's certain things I will never ever forget. Like the first time I rode a bike, the first time that I picked up my clarinet that I used to play in middle school, the the awards ceremonies that I used to be in school, and even now, like the memories of where I was when I hit certain milestones on Twitter and YouTube, I won't forget those because to me that YouTube is just for me also about making good memories, being able to get to know people and make friends. And that's true, Libra. And that is true, Dana. And hi, Danielle. It's good to see you. And I'm also thankful for the fact that we do have, like, where I'm at, I have basic needs that are met. I know there's a lot of people that have a hard time and don't have all the basic needs met. And if it wasn't for my parents, which I'm also thankful for, a lot of my basic needs would not be met. And being alone really sucks. Um, and I'm also thankful for me being able to live in a country where I can express how I feel within reason. There are um, laws against talking hateful and bullying and all that good stuff. But in general, I can speak my mind without having to worry about being put in jail. I'm really thankful for that. It's getting to where other people are like making it hard and trying to censor people, but we here where I live at in America, and I know there are people from other countries that watch, you know, that might not have it the same way. So I'm just really thankful for being in America where I'm able to be myself with that, and as long as I'm not hurting others, I'm not breaking any laws here, I'm free to say what I want to say without having to worry about going to jail. I didn't realize it, but I wanted to make sure I wrapped up my I'm thankful for too segment, kind of do a 2-for-1 live stream here. And I'm very thankful for you too, Susan Freeman, and everybody in the chat, everybody that I've run into um, in chat, in different chats and different live streams. I know last night a lot of people went live because there is somebody who was big in the communities that I would watch, the live streams I would watch and whatnot. And unfortunately, there's somebody who had passed away. And I just found out yesterday. And in it, for me, I'm very, very sensitive. And I hate saying that, but I am sensitive. Um, I actually was really upset when I explained it to Haunted Trucking um, what everybody was going live for. And this person, her name was Sherry V. That I remember she's one of the first people that I started noticing in chat, and she was like one of the first people when I was new in live streams that would at least say hello, fallen angel. And every time I see it and she would interact with me, it would put a smile on my face. And for people that don't know her, she was a really good person. I mean, she took the time in quite a few live streams, especially people that are newer, to reach out and say hello. And she, to me, she was a beautiful soul. Every time I seen her, I'd smile and I'd be like, that's Sherry. That's her, doing her thing. And I know she had been sick for a little while, and she said that she just wasn't at one point she just wasn't able to get on streams like she used to. Okay, Irish. If you want to DM me, um, you sure can, Irish. But I'm never ever gonna forget Sherry and how she made me feel in streams. Like I always have. Uh, she always brought a smile to my face because she was one of those that kind of started bringing me out of my shell when I first started going to live streams. I remember seeing her in quite a few different channels, and I'm glad she's not suffering. I'm glad that she's. Um, I'm not saying I'm glad that she's gone, but I'm glad that she's okay. Irish. Um, I'm just glad that she's not suffering. I know at one point she was having problems and that she had been sick. Um, But yeah, yesterday for me, I felt really sad and I got overwhelmed and I was really sensitive. And when somebody makes you feel that good to have reached out to you, it just hurts that much more and you miss them that much more. And you know, even though she wasn't necessarily my friend, an exclusive friend, a best friend, close to me friend, I still considered her a buddy in streams. Good night, Susan. I hope you have a good evening and a good day tomorrow. And hello, thank you, the clown. It's good to see you. Um, but yeah, I don't want to cry on stream. I know sometimes I do get emotional, but I definitely don't want to do that. Um, I've been thinking about possibly doing something um, a little bit different for the month of December. Um, like I done the I'm thankful for, maybe do some a theme live stream. Different type of live stream. Uh, around around Christmas stuff. Something about Christmas. That's what I'm thinking. That and getting ready for the new year. And I know everybody says, well, I've got New Year's resolutions. Well, I hate New Year's resolutions because it never ever ends up being that you finish a resolution from the very beginning of the year to the very end. I know with me, I one year I was like, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna lose this amount of weight by the end of this year. It didn't happen. I gained weight. And yes, Libra's rule. I agree with you. Uh, Glad that the community holds a candle for her with love and support. And that's a lot of times, that's one of those things. That's why a lot of times I encourage people to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, get out and spread your wings a little bit because you never know how people are going to react to you, how supportive they'll be if you don't even try. And I'm sorry, Dana, that you've been sick. I'll definitely pray for you and try to send positive vibes your way. Um, Heck, Chin's like me. You can even look at a piece of cake and gain like 3 pounds right there on the spot. That's how I am. And I do want to encourage every single person in here, if you haven't checked everybody out, um, check each other's channels out. Go ahead and do that after the stream. Check each other out. See if you like their content. And if you like them, hit that big red button and ring that bell. Most definitely do that. That's how I I do encourage people to do that. Make sure you watch a video of theirs, to make sure that you still are subscribed and get the notifications. Because YouTube still does that, by the way. If you don't watch a video, you don't interact with a video of theirs, you will end up losing as a subscribe to that person. And I've got so many people that I try to help support. Hot Dobson family. Well, much appreciated, Irish. And I hope it tastes good. But yeah, when you go to check out a new channel, watch a video of theirs. If nothing else, watch the very introduction if they got one up. Make sure you like and comment on a video, and make sure you have all the buttons and the bells rung and all that good stuff. And I appreciate that, Dana. I know there has been people that told me that I don't. Some people don't. Well, I guess people don't understand. I maybe to me, I still feel like this small compared to everybody else that I see on YouTube. Um, with different channels, with different people. I just feel like this small. I don't feel like sometimes I make a difference. And part of the reason why I even started YouTube was because I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and start work helping other people out, even if it's just for just saying one thing to them. And sometimes for me, I'm just like, so some of my videos, I'm like, what's the sense in even saying this? But then I've got people that will DM me privately and be like, you've helped me. Even though you show your aggravation, sometimes your little bit craziness, your frustrations, it's helped me because I'm going through something similar. I have been going through something similar, and I want you to know that you've helped me, and I appreciate it. It's a lot of times I don't realize what I do say ends up matter to a lot of people. Um, so you guys, if it feels like I have a tendency to, a lot of people. There are some haters out there that act like I've blown up or got a big ego. No, I still sometimes, even if I do talk about my opinion, how I feel about things, I still feel like that person that's sitting on the sidelines waiting to be able to express my opinion or express and show what I'm going through sometimes. It's almost like I don't get heard. But you guys have helped me remind me, hey, I am being heard. And it does help to have somebody understand a similar situation they're going through. And Dana, you're right. Everybody does have a right to speak their mind. Um, a lot of times there are people I consider either haters or trolls that will throw their opinion out in the worst way possible. And it does take a little bit of time to learn how to express your opinion in the right way, in the right time. Um, I know I still do. I still have to learn, hey, I better keep my mouth shut on this part, wait until there's an opportunity to bring it up. But yeah. I've gotten where I am better about opening up about my opinions because it used to take me so long to really open myself up to even say anything because there's been so many times that I've been told I'm too stupid. I don't have a right to even have an opinion to talk about. I've been told just a lot of things, and that hurt more than anything, so I would keep my mouth shut. Now I'm starting to learn maybe I should actually bring up topics more, different kinds of topics to talk about. I always tell people to choose their words because those same words can hurt someone. That is true. That is very true, Jen, because um and people don't understand words are can be very easily said, but they can have a lasting impression on people. And if you don't think about what you're saying before you say it, you could do so much damage to somebody. You can cause them to want to not be around um you or other people. It can cause people to shut down and walk away from everything, just by words alone. Words can be very powerful, and it could be used for in the right way for a good reason, or it could be used in a bad way. And for me, I always want to try to be on the good side, unless it's somebody who's attacking somebody. Um, Personally attacking is how I call it. I would much rather attack an idea and try to prove that idea wrong rather than attack a person, because I know what that's like. I know how that feels, and it don't feel good. I could get very insulted very easily, and then if I go to say my opinion, I'm going to wing smack the hell out of them when it comes to attacking somebody personally. Yes, what's up, fam? Um, there's a lot of times mental the thing about it is mental tends to last a lot longer than the physical. Physical can heal up. You won't feel the same pain. You might feel an ache, but you will never feel that same pain in that same spot at you know unless you got injured in the same spot again. But the pain is forgotten. But the mental, it sticks with people. It really does. And some people don't understand or don't think about that before they say anything. I know I worked as a caregiver for people that are mentally and physically disabled, and a lot of times they get told by other people bad things, and I would try to make them feel better. They understood that for me, I was more of a, I would say, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this, a mother hen. Somebody mess with my family when it come to them, I'd fly all over them. I would actually be standing up defending them no matter what it was that was said. But as long as there are people in this world that just don't understand having that connection, understanding that words can hurt. It just some people just don't make that connection, that how much of an impression words can be. And I think to me, there's a lot of people that really get busy in this world, that get to the point where they just don't care about how they speak something. Um, they're more or less more worried about, hush, leave me alone, I'm doing something, rather than trying to spend time to have the conversations that should be said. And that is true too. I w- me, I am kind of a shy person, but I would rather have my words be more uplifting and praise to somebody rather than putting them down. To me, it takes more effort putting somebody down than it is to lift them up. And you're right, Jen. Smiles and happiness do go a long way, and people will remember that. I mean, they remember the bad, but they'll also remember the good, and they will gravitate towards the good rather than the bad. Hi, Hardens, James. It is good to see you. Whew, it's getting chilly now. It's like 12:30 here. Hi, Erica Thorpe. It is good to see you. It's okay if you. That's why I try to keep like my wing talks to an hour ish. So people will have a tendency to be able to go back and watch. Um, because of the situations I've been in, Erica, like my internet messing up. I waited a couple of days to see if my internet's going to stay put. Um, and so it has. And, I just try to do a live stream when I can. And that's true. Most of the time, if I'm having a bad day, when I was working in healthcare, when the people I was taking care of were happy, it made me happy. And I always treated them like they were part of my family. You mess with family, you get, I consider it like the pit bull after you, or get a wing smack here and there for messing with my family. Um, because some of them didn't have family. But yeah, Erica, it's okay if you hadn't been here. I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad to see everybody here in the chat, and I'm surprised that everybody is sticking it out for over an hour. Just listen to me talk about my opinions on different subjects. I love doing what I do with YouTube. I love being able um, to be able to speak my opinions, be able to do live streams, connect with you guys. Hi, Benny Mavis. Good to see you. And you guys just know, if I don't go live like I'm wanting to go every single day. I'm trying to find an encoder software that I can use for with my slow computer, with my slow internet, that will work out pretty decent. Um, Once I do that, because of the fact that there is now a limit on StreamYards, I cannot do the StreamYards like I wanted to. But I'm going to try to work around it and be determined not to let that stop me from live streaming. But that's one thing about me. I always try my best to go around the situation, look at every avenue the best I can to get myself back in the game. Um, so if you guys don't see me posting anything on YouTube for a few days, it could be because my internet's messed up, or the encoding softwares want to be a pain in the butt. Antivirus is going to close my browser. Oh man. And some antivirus software is like a pain in the butt because it will think that Google Chrome or Firefox or even um it's not Internet Explorer, it's I think Edge is what's called now. Sometimes antivirus programs have a tendency to close out web browsers for no reason. And you're right, Erica. To me, when I had no internet for the last week, it was a pain. Like seriously, I'm so used to being able to connect with everybody um on my computer, through the internet, and when I don't have it, I'm just like, what do I do now? Come on, guys. Get to work on this internet so I can talk to my people. And I miss doing live streaming. I miss being able to get up here and speak on my opinion, get to hang out with everybody and talk to everybody. Don't be sorry. It's done and over with, and hopefully it won't mess up again in anytime soon. One of the good things about it, though, is my parents are actually looking into using a different internet service because of the situation and where I live at. We're talking about maybe getting satellite internet because everything else is going is everything that is available around here does not reach out as far as where we live. So we have to be really kind of careful about what we get. Hopefully it'll work. And I agree, Hardens. Windows 10 is I think makes um things pretty slow on my end of things too. But I hope you guys have a good night. I am going to try to wrap this up. CenturyLink. Hmm. I'll be sure to try to avoid using getting that. If they say anything about it, I'm gonna be like, no. Oh wow. I'm hoping that they refund us for the week that we only had just a few hours of internet working. Okay. But they are phasing out the type of internet that I have here. And so this is going to be interesting to figure out what is going to be the best thing available for us to get. My dad's actually starting to be. This is actually some good news. My dad's sort of actually starting to be more open about me having a YouTube channel and being able to go live. And because it did put me down so far in the fact that I had no internet, he's willing to um, work on getting better internet here. So, yeah, I am going to go ahead and try to wrap this up. You guys keep y'all's notifications up on. So when I go live next, y'all might be able to catch me going live. Yeah, I gotta love dad. I don't like everything he does, but I do love my dad for sure. Yeah, make sure y'all keep y'all's notifications on so that way you guys will be able to catch when I can go live. I'm not going to be able to always announce when I do go live. So yeah, just keep notifications on if you can. And hopefully sometime on Sunday I will go live, maybe do a hangout type stream or something. But yeah, I will try to go live as much as I can every single day. So you guys just always remember you never know what's out there until you spread your wings and fly. I hope everybody has a good night and you guys take care.